Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, seeing sunny conditions and cold conditions out there this morning as we begin to come out of a very cold and windy weekend. Did see some snowfall in the region Friday into Friday evening, mainly points north of Salisbury. Did measure about a tenth of an inch here at Wallops, but the main story was those cold and windy conditions over the weekend. Take a look at the current surface analysis. We do have this area of high pressure in control over the eastern part of the country. We're going to see that start to break down and move eastward. We'll see a return of some southerly winds that's going to create a warming trend as we go through the week, seeing some above average temperatures as we get to the middle and later part of the week. And this disturbance over the Gulf Coast is going to start to come together and lift northeast, bringing some initially light rain chances through the area and then a more soaking rain as we get later in the week is the way it looks at this time. If we look at the current conditions out there this morning, just a few clouds around 25,000 feet, winds out of the northwest at 5 knots. Temperature this morning is at 23 degrees and relative humidity is at 81%. Looking at the current visible satellite, we can see those clear skies as well as where we continue to see snow on the ground, again mainly north of the local Wallops area. Again, not much down here, but as you got to the Salisbury area, points north, is where you start to see those increases in accumulation. And still seeing that on the satellite picture this morning. We look at the short-term high-resolution model. As we go through the day today, expecting dry and seasonably cold conditions to continue. We'll see the wind slowly shifting more out of the south to southwest. And that's going to start off a slow warming trend as we go over the next 48 hours. Going through the overnight hours tonight, we'll just see a slight increase in some of the high clouds as we get to the start of Tuesday. And going through the day on Tuesday, we continue with dry conditions and a gradually increased cloud cover as we get into Tuesday evening. Tuesday evening looks like we could see a slight chance of a passing shower during the morning hours on Wednesday. Doesn't look to be anything too significant, but a light shower or sprinkle could pass through the area. It should lift north of the local Wallops area as we go into the day on Wednesday. Just a very slight chance of a light shower or sprinkle through the day on Wednesday, particularly earlier in the day. And then as we go again through the day, remaining mostly dry for our Wednesday. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we have green conditions expected over the next 24 hours. We'll see mainly sunny conditions with just a few high clouds around as we go through the day today. We'll see our temperature up to around 40 degrees this afternoon, so just below average for this time of year. But we'll see those winds shifting out of the south-southwest to around 5 to 10 to 6 to 11 knots. As we go through the evening time frame, we'll continue with that south-southwesterly wind, 6 to 11 knots. It's going to keep temperatures from falling and bottoming out like we've seen the last couple of days. Our low temperature expected around 32 degrees, which is actually a few degrees above average for this time of year. So we continue on that warming trend as we go through the rest of the week. Right now, tides are running normal. Next couple of days, partly to mostly cloudy and quiet day for Tuesday with a high around 48 degrees with green conditions expected for our weather risk as we go into Tuesday evening. Mostly cloudy to overcast conditions with those clouds increasing. Do have that slight chance of a light shower or sprinkle, so we do have a yellow risk for precip as well as there's reduced ceilings and visibilities. Otherwise, we'll see a mild evening with well above average low temperature around 40 degrees. Going into Wednesday, we'll see continued mostly cloudy to overcast conditions, a very slight chance of a light shower or sprinkle. Again, that best chance is probably early on at the start of the day, but again, nothing too significant expected. So continuing with green conditions for our weather risk. A milder day with a high around 56 degrees, so getting to those above average temperatures by the time we get into the middle of the week. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.